Hey there, sports fans. Welcome back to She Speaks Sports, the podcast where we break down your favorite games in simple English. I'm Billy, and I am absolutely obsessed with hockey.
And I'm Jetta. I love hockey too, but I'm more about the numbers and strategy behind the game.
Perfect combination, right? Today, we're talking about hockey, how it works, and why millions of people around the world go absolutely crazy for this sport. Jetta, should we start with the basics?
Absolutely. So, hockey is played on ice on a surface called a rink. Two teams of six players each try to score goals by hitting a small, flat, round object called a puck into the other team's goal.
Right.
The game has three periods, each lasting 20 minutes. The team with the most goals at the end wins.
But Jetta, that doesn't explain why hockey is so amazing. I mean, just hearing the sound of skates cutting across the ice, the crack of a slap shot, it gives me chills every time.
That's true, but let me explain why it's exciting from a technical perspective. Hockey is the fastest team sport in the world. Players can skate up to 30 miles per hour, and the puck can travel over 100 miles per hour.
Wait, let me ask you about the six players you mentioned. What positions are we talking about exactly?
Great question. So each team has one goalie, two defensemen, and three forwards. The forwards are divided into a center, a left wing, and a right wing. Each position has very specific responsibility.
So the center is like the quarterback of hockey, right? They're involved in all the face-offs and they kind of control the flow of the game.
Exactly. Centers are typically the playmakers. They're responsible for face-offs, they often have the best passing skills, and they need to be good at both offense and defense. They're constantly moving around the ice, connecting plays between their teammates.
And the wings, left wing and right wing, they're mainly there to score goals, right? Those are your goal scorers.
That's one way to think about it, but it's more nuanced. Wings do focus on scoring, but they also have defensive responsibilities. The left wing covers the left side of the ice, the right wing covers the right side. They need to be fast skaters and have good shot accuracy.
What about defensemen? I imagine they're the big, tough guys who try to stop the other team from scoring.
Well, they are often bigger and more physical, but modern defensemen do much more than just defend. They help start offensive plays, they can score goals too, and they need excellent passing skills. Many defensemen actually lead their teams in total playing time because they're on the ice for both power plays and penalty kills. And the goalie, that's probably the most pressure filled position in all of sports. They protect the goal, and every shot they face could change the game.
Absolutely. Can you imagine being a goalie? One mistake and 20,000 people are either cheering or booing you.
Exactly. Statistically, goalies stop about 90% of shots, but that 10% they miss, that's what decides games.
You know what's also fascinating about hockey? All that equipment players wear. I mean, they're basically suited up like warriors going into battle.
That's actually a great comparison. Players wear helmets, gloves, elbow pads, shoulder pads, shin guards, and protective pants. Goalies wear even more gear: chest protectors, leg pads, special masks. All that equipment weighs about 20 to 25 pounds total.
25 pounds of gear, and they're still flying around the ice like it's nothing. And the hockey stick, that's like their magic wand, right? I've seen players who are so attached to their sticks, they'll use the same one for years.
Hockey sticks have actually evolved dramatically. Modern sticks are made from carbon fiber and other advanced materials. They're lighter but stronger than the wooden sticks players used decades ago. The flex and curve of each stick is customized to each player's style, whether they're shooters, passers, or defensemen.
Speaking of shooting, there are so many different types of shots. The slap shot is the most famous one. That's when players wind up like they're swinging a baseball bat, right?
Exactly. The slap shot is the hardest shot, but there's also the wrist shot, which is more accurate, and the snap shot, which combines power and quick release. Then you have backhand shots, one-timers, and tip-ins. Each shot serves different tactical purposes depending on the game situation.
Right. And speaking of pressure, let's talk about face-offs. That's when play starts or restarts, right, Jetta?
Correct. Two players face each other, and when the referee drops the puck between them, they try to gain control. It happens dozens of times per game, and winning face-offs gives your team more possession time.
More possession, more chances to score. And when someone scores, especially with a powerful slap shot from far away, the whole arena explodes. People hug strangers, everyone's jumping up and down. It's pure joy. That
Emotional response makes sense when you consider how rare goals are. In a typical game, teams only score 2 or 3 goals each, so every goal is statistically significant. See, that's why I love having you as my co host. You give me the numbers, I give you the feelings. Now, what about penalties? Those really change the game, don't they? Definitely. When a player breaks a rule, they sit in the penalty box for 2 minutes. This gives the other team a power play. They have more players on the ice, so better scoring chances.
right, right. And those 2 minutes feel like forever when it's your team that's short a player.
True, teams score about 20% of power plays, which is much higher than normal scoring rates.
You know what else I love about hockey? The sound. When someone takes a slap shot and it hits the goalpost, that ping sound echoes through the whole arena. It's like the hockey gods are laughing at you.
That's actually an interesting point about sound. The acoustics of hockey arenas are designed to amplify crowd noise, which creates that intense atmosphere you love.
Exactly. And when a game gets really intense, when both teams are fighting for every inch of ice, you can feel the energy. It's electric.
I think what makes hockey special is how it combines individual skill with team strategy. Each player needs incredible balance, hand eye coordination, and skating ability.
Yeah.
But they also need to work perfectly as a team, 5 players plus the goalie, all moving like they share the same brain.
Now, Jetta, let's talk about something that makes hockey different from most other sports: body checking. Players can actually hit each other legally, right?
Yes, but with strict rules. Body checking is legal when players are trying to get the puck or defend their position. However, hits to the head, from behind, or after a player has passed the puck can result in penalties. It's about separating the player from the puck, not just hitting for violence.
And when you see a good, clean hit, especially when someone gets checked into the boards, the sound echoes through the arena. It adds this whole physical element that you don't get in basketball or soccer.
The statistics show that close games, decided by 1 goal, make up about 60% of all hockey games, so that excitement you feel, it happens more often in hockey than other sports.
And if you think regular season hockey is exciting, wait until playoff time. Jetta, explain how hockey playoffs work. They're completely different from other sports, right?
Hockey playoffs are unique because they're best-of-7 series. You need to win 4 games to advance, not just 1 game like in football. This means teams can come back from being down 3 games to none. It's rare, but it happens. The intensity builds over multiple games.
Playoff hockey is like hockey on steroids. Players grow their beards for luck, fans get more intense, and every shift matters so much more. I've seen grown adults cry tears of joy when their team wins the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup is the oldest trophy in
North American professional sports, and winning it requires about 2 months of playoff hockey. Teams play up to 28 games in the playoffs. That's like playing an extra third of a season, but at maximum intensity.
What I love is that hockey is truly international. You have the NHL in North America, but there are leagues all over the world: Russia, Sweden, Finland, Czech Republic. And every 4 years, the Olympics.
Bring everyone together. International hockey showcases different playing styles, too. European players often emphasize skill and finesse, while North American hockey traditionally focuses more on physicality and speed. The NHL now has players from over 20 different countries, creating this amazing blend of styles.
Oh, and something that confused me when I first started watching: players are constantly changing. They'll be on the ice for like 30 seconds and then jump off, and new players jump on. Why so quick?
That's called line changes, and it happens because hockey is so physically demanding. Players typically skate in 30 to 45-second shifts because skating at full speed while battling for the puck is exhausting. Fresh players are faster and make better decisions, so constant line changes are crucial strategy. You know, we should mention that hockey isn't just a
Men's sport. Women's hockey is incredible too. It's fast, skilled, and just as exciting. The rules are slightly different, right, Jetta?
Yes, women's hockey doesn't allow body checking, which actually emphasizes skill, speed, and stick handling even more. The game is often faster paced with more continuous action. Women's Olympic hockey and professional leagues are growing rapidly around the world.
Wow, Jetta, I think we've covered so much ground today, from basic rules to equipment, from different shot types to international play styles. This has been an amazing deep dive into hockey.
Absolutely. And I hope our listeners now understand why hockey generates such passionate fans around the world. Whether you're drawn to the athleticism, the strategy, or just the pure excitement, there's something in hockey for everyone.
Perfectly said. Thanks for listening to She Speaks Sports, everyone. We hope this helped you understand hockey a little better and maybe even inspired you to check out a game. Don't forget to practice those vocabulary words we used today, and we'll see you next time for another sport adventure. Keep speaking sports.